Hello everyone and welcome to Blind Beauty. I'm Jennifer. What we are doing today is I'm going to do a wear test for you with the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation right here. I have two shades. I have one that's in buff and one that's in sand. Let me show you what both of those look like on my skin tone. Typically I am a Maybelline Fit Me 220. And on Wet n Wild Photo Focus, I normally wear Buff Bisque. Now this one here is Buff that I just put on my hand. Right there. I'll blend, do a swatch of both of them individually. And that right there is sand. So that's Buff and that's sand. Now I'm going to kind of pull them out a little bit for you here. That's what they each look like, not really blended out, but just kind of spread out a little bit. Now I'm just taking the two, I did equal pumps, one pump of each on there, and I mixed them together using my fingers. Now sometimes I will take my silicone sponge and do that, but it works to do it this way too. I'm just taking this and going to dot it all over my face here. Now I typically have to do more than this, so I've got to mix up a little bit more here. And I am going to be using my Real Techniques sponge to blend all this out. I'm just mixing up a tad bit more here. Usually, like I said, I will do this on my sponge, but I just wanted to show you that it is possible to do it on your hand. Even using a paper plate or some other kind of palette will work too. I'm going to continue dotting this a little bit. This is typically how I will wear it, or how I apply it rather, not how I wear it, but whoops. Didn't get my hair out of my way. But yeah. Now this will even shear it out a little bit more. Now I'm going to grab my mirror here so that I can see what I'm doing, because it doesn't really help to do foundation if you can't see what you're doing. Might have a big old splotch I miss. So, and yes, I am putting this on my eyes. Some people like to, other people don't. For me, it just kind of helps even everything out so that I'm not too off color. And even this combination does not work exactly right for me. So. And I'm just bouncing this Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge all over my face. But you can see that it doesn't really completely match me, even like this, because right there I just did a swatch down my neck here. That's what it looks like now on my neck. So whenever that happens, I typically will go practically to my shirt line and also go over my ears a little bit. Just kind of helps blend it in a little bit. But you can tell, it's supposed to be a fuller coverage foundation, I believe. We'll go over all that whenever I wrap here in a little bit. But if I, being legally blind, can still see a spot like that, it's not flawless. And you can still see the under eye bags, like that spot there. Like I said, if I can see it and I'm legally blind, it's far from flawless in my book. So, right there, name. Okay, now I'm going to just take it and do it on the sponge here, silicone blending sponge. So, do a pump of each. And I'm going to use this after I mix it together on here. I'll use the tip of this, or not the tip, but the side I was using. Use that to blend it together this time. You know, I'm just showing you that you can do different things here, but I'm not really impressed with this foundation. Not at all. The name is misleading. You know. But I'm just kind of wiping this stuff on here. And I still have some on this sponge where I mixed it together. So I'm going to finish putting that on the side that really didn't get much extra added to it. As well as take my fingers, because I got a little bit on my fingers while I was doing that. And just beat the crap out of my face. Beat the face, beat the face. Again, grab my mirror. Now, I can do it without a mirror, but, you know, even that second layer didn't take care of that spot right there. And it didn't do anything for my under eye. You know, it's still dark as can be. So, just keep blending here, blend down my neck. I mean, and I put 2 decent sized layers, you know, on, well, 1.5 layers, because I didn't use total of 4 pumps, but, you know, overall that was 6 pumps of foundation that I put on my face, you know, and let me get real close here. Yes, you're going to be up close and personal for a lot of this video, because I'll zoom in and show you. But that right there, right in here, that didn't really go away. You know, and look how greasy my face is looking. You know, I have combo oily skin. Now, I had already put on a primer. So, typically I'll use the Monistat Chafing Relief Powder Gel or my Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. And I had put that on, especially in the T-zone area, before I ever started filming this, just to save on time a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and conceal under my eyes using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer. You know, if foundation says that they're full coverage, but yet they don't get the darkness from under my eyes, then they ain't full coverage. Sorry to say that, but they ain't. So, but this is not a foundation I would consider good for anyone with oily skin. I get oily especially in my T-zone, but lately, especially this winter, well, this cooler season, it's not winter technically yet, but, you know, I have noticed dry patches forming on my cheeks and different places, so I don't mind the dewy look there, you know. And I didn't completely go overboard with concealing the under eye either. I didn't sleep real well, so, you know. But I just put a real light layer of that stuff on there. Now I'm going to finish it off with my powder. I'm using the Coty Airspun powder. This is a tried and true powder. It looks like this right here. Now I just I'm using my e.l.f. complexion brush and going to dip in there. So dip that in. And just go all over my face with it, including the eyelids. Now, what I sometimes will do is sometimes I will bake, but for the sake of this, I'm not baking. I'm just showing you how this will wear on a typical day. Now, it's, I've been up for quite a while, but, I had to kind of get my caffeine going and all that good stuff today. So, but I went ahead and put my powder on here. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup. I'm not doing a heavy look because I want the focus to be on this foundation anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my makeup, then I'll be back and we'll discuss what I think about it so far. Okay, I'm back. Got my full face of makeup on. I didn't put a whole lot on today because I want the main focus to be on my skin. I'll talk you through what I have on. Right now on my lips I have Maybelline Color Sensational Blushing Rose. But this is also the type of look I go for whenever I'm just going out to do some shopping or whatever. Then this is the Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells Trio that I used on my eyes. Then I used the Rimmel Sculpting Palette, the one that has the blush, bronzer, and highlight. Used that on my cheeks. And then to finish it off, I used, well, not finish it off yet, but I also have on the Total Tease Mascara. And then the e.l.f. Brow Pencil in Taupe. So, but right now it is approximately 12:43. Now I'm going to show you what it, or not show you, but tell you what the claims are, and then we'll talk about that for a moment. So I'm pulling that up on the e.l.f. website, because I feel like anytime you get a product, the company that made it will know more about it and what the claims are. So, and I have my hair just pulled back in a ponytail. Like I said, it's just a easy day for me. Okay, the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation, our best-selling foundation. The lightweight and air-free formula blends in naturally for a beautiful semi-matte finish with SPF 15 sun protection. The liquid foundation restores uneven skin textures and tones for visibly brighter skin. Now, honestly, all those I do believe is true. Although I don't see it as a semi-matte, to me it's a pretty dewy foundation, but I don't try a lot of dewy foundations. I have some BB creams that have a really dewy appearance on the skin, but I really don't do a whole lot of dewy makeup because I tend to get oily, especially in the T-zone here. Now, I did put some highlight on the forehead and down the nose and on my cheekbones like I usually do. I basically did my makeup like I normally would do. So, but, I do agree that it is pretty light going on. It really almost feels like I'm putting on a moisturizer to me. It's not as thick, not as cakey. It's real lightweight, real creamy feeling. Well, it's not even creamy because creamy is thicker to me than this is. But it's not runny like the Maybelline Fluid Touch Foundation. So, I think it does hold up to the claims there, but the name alone, Flawless Finish, no, e.l.f. No. It's not a flawless finish by any means. Now, I'll zoom you in real quick to show you what it looks like right now. Okay, that's my forehead. It doesn't seem to really even out my texture necessarily, but it does even out my skin tone, if you can tell that. For the most part. Now, there are, like I said, some areas that no, it didn't. Like even under the eyes. So, I mean, it's not awful, but it's not one that I would say you gotta have it in my book. So I've tried a lot of other foundations, and I'll probably be trying a lot more, that are better than this. They don't claim that it's going to be a certain type of coverage or whatever, which is good. Well, actually they do. They say blends in naturally for a beautiful semi-matte finish. So yeah, I would say this is pretty natural. It's not a flawless look. It's not, over the top, full coverage. I would say this is medium at best coverage. I would consider this more natural. Shoot, you could get better coverage out of the L'Oreal BB cream or the CoverGirl BB cream or, something like that would be better coverage than this, and they don't look as oily on my skin. Because to me, like I didn't heavily powder. I don't know if you saw that, but I didn't heavily powder. And like right here around my nose, there's not a whole lot of powder there. And you can still see the shine coming through there. And to me, I don't like a shiny face because I get shiny in a matter of hours. So I'll be back in about 3 or 4 hours probably. I'm going to try to make this an 8-hour test, but right now it's 12:48 according to this, so I'll try to be back about 4:30ish. So I'll be back and let you know what I thought of it, show you a progress update, and then we'll finish off around 9, 10 o'clock, somewhere in there. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. It's later than I planned on, but that's okay. Right now it is 6:20. So, but overall, my makeup seems to be, at least in my opinion, start wearing down, especially along the jawline. It seems to be puddling in the nose here, to me. Now, it could be my vision, but right in there, it seems to be kind of puddling. And I also feel like it's in areas that I have sweat, like I constantly have my chin down, so it seems to have an issue right here, So this is not a sweat-friendly foundation in my book, but just zooming back out here. But overall, it's held up fairly well. It was nearly noon whenever I put it on. So, it's been close to 7 hours, roughly. Yeah, it's been near 7 hours because, like I said, right now it's 6:22. So my makeup, to me, it still looks decent. I mean, I'm going to zoom you back in here and show you that it hasn't really broken down much under the eyes, but you can tell my forehead is getting even more shiny than it was. My nose is shiny. I'm in the same lighting as I was before, so you can see even my cheeks are even more shiny than they were. So, and I'm not usually oily on my cheeks, so for me, this is not a great foundation, but since I bought them, I will use them probably in conjunction with other products, or on makeup days. I really don't care, whether it's going to break down. Like, it was fine for like 2 or 3 hours, roughly, but then I noticed the shininess starting and all that, so it's like, I can't highly recommend this to anyone. Now, if you have used it yourself and you have had good luck, let me know. Let me know like what you set it with, what you put a primer on with, and all that. Because every foundation is different on everybody. I was going to try to do another check-in after this, but I think with as it's doing now, being as, to me, greasy looking, because I don't consider it dewy in this, well, I guess it is what some people would consider dewy, because I'm not a complete oil slick, but I am more dewy on the jawline and all that, on the cheeks, than I am with most of my other foundations that I do enjoy, that I love, that are holy grail status foundations for me. But these are fine if you've got something for like 2 hours, 3 hours, but that's it. I have not touched up anything. I haven't blotted or anything like that. I haven't even touched up my lipstick, So, but that is what it looks like after roughly, well, nearly 7 hours, So if it's doing this on me at the 7-hour mark, it would be even worse if I waited till 9, 10, 11 o'clock tonight. So, if you don't mind the dewy glow, like for people that have dry skin, it might work pretty well, because, like I said, I'm seeing some dewiness down here, and no, I do not put highlight way down here on my jawline area, like below my contour line. I don't put highlight down there. My highlight goes up here on the tops of the cheekbones, down the nose, and on the forehead a little bit. But I didn't go overboard on highlight, if you remember seeing what I did before. And that's another thing too, it seems to have darkened up just a tad, because one thing I do sometimes is I will put it on the back of my hand as well. I don't know if the pH balance is different in your face and in your hands, but that's one thing I can tell. I'll put some on my hand or another part of my body that will sweat, just to see whether it does change colors. And yes, for me, it does get just a tad deeper as it wears throughout the day. So it does oxidize just a little bit. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. So, but I want to thank you so much for watching this wear test. And I have other good products coming that I'll be doing reviews on and everything. I've got hauls coming possibly. Let me know if you'd rather see one big haul or, individual hauls from different places. Like haul and try on. Or one big haul and then just pick random things to try on. So, because I do have that coming, as well as, I have the Power of Makeup is coming on Monday, and I'm not sure what else I'm going to do besides on Thursday. I'm going to be doing a makeup look with products I don't like. I'm not going to say products I hate, because I don't like saying I hate any product. But even this foundation here, I can't really say I hate it, because it does, the job that it claims to, except the name. That is my biggest pet peeve, is the name. The name, the name, the name. And the packaging, I mean, the packaging is really good, but on here on the back, it does not even say anywhere on this packaging that it is the Flawless Finish Foundation. So, I mean, so I will be doing a video Thursday on products I don't like. I probably won't use this foundation, but probably use something else. So you'll have to stay tuned to see what that is. Because I have a little bin over here of products I don't like. So, but this was interesting. And I do apologize for not having the video up last night. But hopefully I'll be able to get it up sometime this week. I've been having technical difficulties with my video where I demonstrated painting some stuff, because I'm trying to cut it down. It was like an hour-and-a-half long video. So, but, I do hope that you stay tuned for all sorts of videos I've got coming. And let me know what you would like to see. You know, I even have a look, not with this exact combo or anything, but I do have more natural looks, like a hurry makeup look and all that, because I've set up playlists where there's tutorials, there's skincare, there's all sorts of different things in there, and you can check those out in my channel info. So, thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.